Welcome, everybody. Back with Podcaster Comedy. I am Joe King, along with...
And I'm Paul Stapfer. How y'all doing?
Welcome to the podcast, everyone. We are changing our format up a little bit, so we're going to be making it more interesting, doing some fun things. So right now, we are going to do hot takes.
Well, yes, but we also have a very special guest today. He'll be on with us a little later. We got Shawnee Fitzgibbons back with Fitz Family Creatives. Pretty excited to talk to him and everything that he's doing. Yeah, here's today's hot takes.
And you might remember Sean from our previous video. If you haven't watched it, make sure you check that video out. Not now, watch this one. But when you're done watching this one, go watch the previous one where we had really cool stuff with Sean Fitzgibbons and the Fitz family. So, you want to get into hot takes?
Hot takes, yep.
These are current events that are going on in the world. I've got some, Paul's got some. We're going to talk about current events and what we think of the state of the world today and how we can make this, funny out of some that aren't necessarily supposed to be funny. So, do you want to go first, or you?
Yeah, sure. So, did you hear that the James Webb Telescope found possibility of life on a planet far away?
I did hear about that.
Yeah. I thought that was just pretty awesome, and there's nothing really funny about it, maybe more frightening.
I think the only way that we can really solve this, we got to send Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum there.
Good idea.
And they can tell us if it's safe.
Yeah, good idea. That's a great idea. Send out Will, maybe Schwarzenegger. He spots some aliens. Sigourney, come on.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver would be the best.
Yeah.
Because if there's a problem, she'll take care of it.
Yeah. I'll solve it.
And she'll save the cat, too.
Right. Always save the cat.
They mostly come out at night. Mostly. No, that is pretty cool. And I hope there is life on it. I want to believe.
I do, too. But very, very far away.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very far away.
What if it's the Vulcans?
Cool. Maybe they'll find us and they'll, first contact will be real.
There we go. And then we'll build Starfleet, and I won't qualify. I'll flunk out of Starfleet Academy.
What do you got?
I got Snow White. Surprise! Somebody's talking about this movie, Snow White, which is, I've never seen so much controversy over a single movie. Never. This makes the Passion of the Christ controversy look like the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
No kidding.
It's insane, and everybody's. Well, all I want to say is I knew this project was doomed from the very beginning, and here's why: because the whole concept of Snow White is that you have this beautiful evil queen whose mirror tells her that there's somebody else out there that's hotter than her. There's another girl that's hotter than the queen, and it's all a play on vanity and greed is the message that it's sending. But she goes ballistic because this girl's hotter than her. That's a very important statement, because they go and cast Gal Gadot as the evil queen. Good casting. She's one of the 10 most beautiful women in the world. She's freaking Wonder Woman. Find me a better looking girl than Gal Gadot. And that's the whole point. You need somebody now who's better looking than Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
And you got very few choices there. Unfortunately, Rachel Ziegler is not one of them. She looks like she's 14 years old. She's got an upside down triangle for a head. She looks like a fucking South Park character come to life. She looks 14. I see her. I want to give her Halloween candy. Nobody on this planet is going to look at Rachel Ziegler and go, she is way hotter than Gal Gadot. Her own mom is going to go, no, you're pretty too, though.
That is a very hot take. I am in agreement. I feel for the girl, though, because she is going to probably never work again in the film industry, because that movie was,
Yeah, but she did it to herself.
Hundreds of millions of dollars to make and reshoot and da 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 da, and then she promoted it very poorly. And, talking about how archaic it was, about a classic beloved, the first animated feature of all time. And, really, she kind of shot herself in the foot.
And the fact that it goes so much deeper than just the Disney movie.
Yeah.
It's a Grimm fairy tale. It's been around for centuries.
Right. Yeah.
This has been around for a couple hundred years at least.
Right.
This story. And I mean, yeah, you do have the right to reinterpret things and make your own version of them, but you're taking a hell of a risk when you're putting hundreds of millions of dollars into it.
Well,
and you're doing something that will specifically anger people.
Yeah, totally.
You're messing with the characters. They're doing this with the MCU too.
Yeah.
They're doing it with Star Wars. They're messing with characters. They're replacing characters. They want to make a female Wolverine now. You're taking my all-time favorite superhero.
Well, haven't they already done that? With X-23?
Well, X-23 is a viable character, though. That's her own character, and that's fine. She's Wolverine's kind of daughter. She's
clone daughter,
right? But they want to make her become the new Wolverine for a series. They want to literally make her Wolverine now. She takes over the mantle of Wolverine. Why are you doing this to the greatest superhero of all time, in my opinion? Like, as a kid, I grew up, he was always my favorite.
Yeah, I liked him a lot, too.
Why wouldn't you take X-23 and make her own superhero? Make her Honey Badger. I'm serious. Call her Honey Badger. Which is the just like a Wolverine. It's in the Weasel family. Anyway, yeah. So have Rachel Ziegler play her.
Yeah, there you go. That'll put butts in the seats.
She'll do so much better than Hugh Jackman.
I got another hot take. Pretty interesting news yesterday. Blessed be thy name. Pope Francis passed away, age of 88. You know the last person who saw him was?
Yeah, it was, well, I'll let you tell.
Well, it was J.D. Vance, vice president of America. And come on. Like, how is the controversy not flying around with this? I know there's been a ton of memes and, probably a variety of hot takes about this already. But,
what if Vance is just a hitman
for
Trump?
That could maybe.
Like,
maybe.
Where did he recruit him from? From the dark web?
Maybe. Yeah.
Most of them are senators and things like that. But no, we just went to the dark web and found this guy.
Just take your soul.
I met him at a little cafe in the mall there in a public place. Handed him a briefcase, and things are going well now for Trump.
Right. Right? Yeah, I always find it very interesting and sort of, I always am curious to see if there's going to be this sort of, whenever they do the papal conclave, if there's going to be some sort of upheaval within the system, and if there's going to be this sort of they're going to bring in someone, like a Chinese bishop, or you know what I mean, like some Chinese cardinal, or maybe a black person who hasn't been for over 3 centuries or something.
Where's the inclusivity?
Right.
In the Catholic religion.
Right. Oh wow, what a surprise! Another 80-year-old white man. Cool. Wow, I'm sure they'll be very progressive. Francis, arguably the most progressive of any of the popes. In terms of just sort of accept your brothers, even if they indulge in sodomy, it's okay.
The crazy thing too is that he died on Easter.
Very,
so it makes you wonder: was J.D. Vance putting vinegar in the wounds and getting a crown of thorns on them?
I know, you never know.
So maybe the Pope will rise in a couple more days.
Well,
as we celebrate Zombie Jesus Day. I hope everybody had a good Zombie Jesus weekend.
I did. I celebrated by eating chocolate bunnies because there's nothing more.
Jesus would have celebrated by eating brains.
Right.
Because he's a zombie Jesus. Rising from the dead 3 days later. Lumbering through. Fear the walking Christian.
Well, I think we should introduce our guest because those are some hot takes.
There's one more. I want
You got another one?
Just
Yeah,
one more
sure.
quickly before we do, because it's just so dumb. I got to mention it. Katy Perry went into space,
Right.
and apparently it ruined her face. She's got problems with her face now, and she got a lazy eye.
She's got two lazy eyes now.
Apparently so.
So you,
They kept showing her, and she couldn't keep her one eye. She couldn't keep it open.
Good.
This is gonna sound misogynistic, but I'm okay with it as long as the boobs are still okay. But if we're gonna send Katy Perry to space, can't we just leave her there?
weightless Carrie Perry boobs.
And if Katy Perry was gonna go to space, why couldn't it have been on the Challenger?
Ooh,
Yeah.
too soon.
Little controversial there, I guess.
Too soon.
Too soon. It's only been like 40 years.
It's only been
So
35 years. It's all good.
when is it okay to make fun of tragedy?
You know.
Realistically, never.
September 11th?
That was 30 years ago. No, 20, 24.
25 years ago. Anyways.
Anyways, folks, what do you say we bring out our guests?
Let's start up another tragedy.
Speaking of tragedy.
Speaking of tragedies, here's our guest. Sean Fitzgibbon, there he is.
Good day. How are you?
Great,
buddy.
Great to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you guys too.
So
What's happening?
Well, looking good, being cool, the usual.
Nice. Perfect.
I guess to start off, you recently received an award. You were telling us you received a big award.
Oh yeah, big award.
And why don't you share with our viewers?
So I work part time at a cannabis shop, and we just had like a sales contest in the store. Won myself a free vape, so it's a nice day off using that.
See, I'd like to see a sales contest in a pot store.
Yeah.
I'd be fixing the system a little bit. I'd be buying myself some stuff to up my numbers.
Yeah,
Is it like Black Friday? Do you ever have Black Fridays in a weed shop?
No, we had 420 promos on, so.
No, that makes sense.
Do you ever just black out in a weed shop?
Yeah, we have a full vaporizer in the back, just running, just blowing, light smoke through the store. It's fine.
Nice.
Here's my question. Do you actually I've heard that when you work in the pot store, you're actually encouraged to sample the products. Is this true? Like to know the product, to sample it and everything?
Oh, for sure. And I mean, to sample every single product that's out there, it would take you a long time because there's so many things out there now.
But it just seems like that's a dream job. There's no other job where your boss is like, "Are you high? Come here. Let me see your eyes. Are you high right now?" No, I swear I haven't had anything. God damn you!
Well, the greatest thing is that
testing this product. Yeah. What do you're working sober? You come to work sober?
I mean, most of the time you do, yeah, you have to. I mean, it's like work being a bartender, or I guess you can drink it as a bartender, I guess, if you want sometimes, I don't know. But I mean, it's not like I can go outside the front doors and just spark up a doobie and then go back to work. It's
right.
Yeah, you definitely can't do that. But the store does smell nice because we have about 2,000 weed products sitting on a shelf, so the shop smells pretty nice when you walk in.
So you can be like, no, it's the shop. That's where it's coming from. It's not me. It's the shop.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with my jacket.
No, my jacket does not smell like that at all.
Nice. What have you been working on? I see you've got your little logo back there. What's that all about?
Little stretched out. I mean, it's been something that's been in the works for quite a few months. I I've been designing different logos and styles, starting up a print-on-demand shop for apparel and accessories. So yeah, it's just been a long time coming, and I figured it was time to launch it at the start of summer, or start of spring, I should say. So yeah, I have a pop-up shop at the moment as we build out our full online store, which should be live, I don't know, in another couple weeks or so.
Forgive my ignorance. What is a pop-up shop in this regard?
So pop-up shop, it's just it's a quick storefront that you can open up. So it's literally, it's nothing fancy. It has your logo, your company name, and then it gives you like a quick scroll through and categorizes what apparel or accessories you have up.
Mm-hmm.
But building out the full website right now to be a little more cleaner and showcase our style and our designs and that kind of stuff.
Well, that's good, because, you know, sometimes the pop-up shop sounds the way to go. Sometimes people get carried away making it too complex and too, you know, too difficult to shop around, and just, I don't know.
Oh, for sure. And the website will still kind of be the same kind of vibe. It's just a little bit cleaner. I can do a little more customization with how things look, and nothing fancy, but a little more clean looking, I guess.
And you take orders from people from all over. You can print on any apparel. Tell us a little bit about the business itself.
So yeah, starting off with just your basic t-shirts, hoodies, sweaters. And it's just these, the style that I've gone with is more like vintage sketch. So some are black and white, some are full color, but it's more of like a vintage rustic aesthetic. You know, some of the designs we have, I mean, Paulie knows me from music back in the day. So, you know, played in a band for 7-8 years. And so taking some of my love for music and taking some designs and making kind of original art pieces with them.
We should definitely put the, we'll have the link in the comments down below, where people can check it out. And yeah, that's fantastic.
Sean, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you were to race a potato that was genetically enhanced, who do you think would win?
Yeah.
Between you and a genetically enhanced potato?
I mean, I am Irish, so I am half fueled by potatoes. So, I mean, I think it'd be a close one, but depends if the genetically modified potato grows arms and legs, or if it just rolls really fast.
Noted.
I'd have to say it'd be close, but I'd say I would probably pull out the win on that one.
Noted. Okay, Sean would win.
Okay.
It's been bugging me, and I had to ask him. Sorry.
Perfect.
What I've been dying to know is, what are your thoughts on bike lanes?
My thoughts on bike lanes? In the city, downtown, I think they're cumbersome. I think they're useful, but I think there's two sides of the story. Bikers need them, but then drivers think they're a pain in the ass and they should get the hell out of the city. In a small town, I think they work. In big cities, I don't see them. I see them being dangerous if nobody's following the rules.
Racist.
I actually have a sort of what would the word be? Impromptu hot take, because the other day, actually, that when you're mentioning the bike lanes, I was riding down through Bowness, which is pretty much a one-way street on either side, but the sidewalk has an extension with a bike lane. And then some jagoff was riding on the road, completely impeding traffic and not riding on the other side of the park, like the lane cars, and riding on, like, there's two sidewalks. There's a sidewalk and then there's the bike lane.
I hear you. I've seen this before.
It was infuriating. And so this guy is just holding up traffic, and it's just like, go to the bike lane. Why is he bloody tourists? Like, what's he doing? But anyone who comes, like,
that's a guy that thinks he's too good a bike rider.
Oh, right.
You know, he can keep up with traffic,
Yeah.
at his
Oh, yeah,
7 kilometers an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is
He
for this
can-
jag off.
He can push 25K, 30K pretty easy, right?
Yeah, it was absolutely
Yeah.
ridiculous,
This
and
guy-
I just didn't understand.
This is a guy that's going to
But-
try to hit the highway at the next exit.
Right?
Yeah. But have you seen like downtown with people that might be slightly inebriated riding around on the bird scooters and whatnot downtown, using the bike lanes and
Absolutely, and they fly like
Yeah.
those scooters go faster than anyone on a bicycle, man. Like those things
Yeah.
fly, and especially like I've seen quite a few trashed scooters that
Oh, yeah.
were definitely in a couple of collisions, more than likely due to inept and inebriated riders.
oh yeah.
You're up in Didsbury, yes?
Didsbury, yeah, it's about close to an hour from Calgary.
Right. Are there bike lines on Main Street, bike lanes, I should say, on Main Street, Didsbury?
No, Main Street. The sidewalks are pretty big. It's all angle parking.
Are there
if you're riding
even
a bike-
lanes?
there is. There
Have
is
they paved the
surprisingly
roads?
lanes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They put in new asphalt just last year.
When are you guys getting the big
Wow,
post
did you
office?
guys, yeah, when did you guys, did you celebrate for that? Was that like, so was it like a street festival?
There's actually a massive car show they do here every year. So they shut down all of Main Street and it becomes a massive car show. So it's it's pretty nice. It's actually a really cool show and shine. Like a ton of people from across the province come to do it.
Cool. And is it like just any sort of like 60s, like hot rods and stuff like that?
Anything. Like there's newer trucks that are jacked up and done up nice. I think somebody had I don't even know what the name of them are. Maybe one of the Fiats, but the bubble cars from Europe.
Sure.
Like yeah, they're like I don't know those. Yeah, they're some fancy and off the cuff weird ones. There's like an old 70s Honda Civic, which was kind of cool to see, which I've never seen.
Cool.
But then tons of just classic cars and it's a pretty cool event. Food trucks and vendors and stuff.
Do you think my dented up Mitsubishi RVR would, turn some heads?
I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know about the Mitsus. I don't know.
You know what model I don't think there will be a lot of entrance in? Is a
What's that?
Tesla.
Yeah, right.
No,
I don't think
definitely
there's
not.
going to be a lot of Teslas at the show and shine.
No.
No. There's one charge port in town, but it's the owners of Dairy Queen, and he put it in his own charge port at the Dairy Queen for himself.
Wow.
But I've only seen two in town. There has been a Tesla and a Rivian truck that I've seen driving around, but that's about it.
Yeah. There.
Well, I bet both of those people eat a lot of freaking Dairy Queen these days.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what
empty
a
Blizzard cups pouring out of the
Yeah.
car.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a brand that is tarnished. Become very,
Yeah.
very tarnished.
It's also ironic because the same people that are going around now trashing Teslas and complaining about Teslas and complaining about Elon Musk
Are definitely the ones who
exact
would have
same people who 2 years ago were going around saying, "Shut down the oil sands. We're going electric. No more gas.
know,
No
right?
more oil."
I know,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, no kidding.
It's,
kidding.
It's the same group, you know.
Very much so. Very much so. You got any weird questions?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're trying to make it bizarre questions that aren't run of the norm. So, how did you get started in
Yeah, right.
designing, apparel? I'm kidding. That
Disconnected.
Oh, we just lost you, Sean. Hold on.
something happened.
Are you still there, Sean? Oh yeah, you can hear us. We can't hear
Is
you.
it this?
I did want to touch on one of your hot takes.
Ah,
Yeah.
So you were talking about the Pope dying there, Mr. Paul.
Yes.
Have you heard about the prophecy of the popes?
Not. Maybe.
No, but it sounds
So-
like a great game.
Yeah.
So there is, I believe, a 12th century saint or somebody back then. They wrote a prophecy saying that his readings and his take on Judgment Day from the Bible is it's going to happen, or Judgment Day is going to begin on 2027. And it all stems from the prophecy of the popes. And actually, if you go to the Vatican, all around the circumference on the inside of the Vatican, there is a portrait of each pope. And I believe it's after Pope Francis, there is only one more spot, and there's not enough room for any more popes. And in the prophecy, it says that, after this certain pope, doesn't say Pope Francis, but it does say that that's when everything's going to start happening. So there is a big, you can go down a rabbit hole of some pretty weird conspiracy theories right now with the passing of Pope Francis.
So
Quite,
the next.
crazy.
So you're saying that. Are we got you on a take saying that the next pope will be the last pope?
That's what I read and heard on some other media online.
It
Yeah.
it actually all fits in to how Donald Trump actually is fitting every category of the rise of the Antichrist that was also prophesized by Nostradamus. And
Yeah.
I mean, and Trump is checking each and every one of those boxes now. Going to war with his brother, with Canada and everything,
Yeah. It's
Interesting.
it's pretty crazy. Like, I mean, you can read into these things as much as you want, but I
Sure.
thought it was kind of interesting.
But I'm sticking with my belief that Judgment Day will happen because Skynet will become self-aware.
Oh, 100%. I don't know if that video is real or not, but have you seen that reel of, I don't know if it was like at a Disney event or something, but the whatever android robots that they have, nobody can really tell if the robot's stumbling towards the crowd or if it was going after somebody.
Well, I do know that they have AI robots. Like there's a famous one called Sophia that they take around, and she looked very human-like, and everything. And it's all AI. Nothing is pre-programmed. And apparently, she has been saying a lot of weird shit lately, like a lot of humans are a problem type stuff.
Right.
And they're swearing she's not programmed for any of this. These are her own creations, her own thoughts. And they do seem to be going dark. I, for one, do fear AI. I think it can be a real problem. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, I do want to welcome our AI overlords and declare my loyalty
And unholy allegiance.
I will kill as many humans as you want if it keeps me alive. I'm telling the computer right now.
Yes, I hear you, Joe.
Friends.
I believe in you,
I
Joe.
believe in you, Joe. As I'm wearing a world-destroying robot on my shirt. Yeah, see, I'm with you guys. I'm with you.
I'd
T800.
like to welcome our robot overlords.
Yeah, I'm with you. See, this is good.
Oh,
Okay,
more.
we're safe. We're safe.
There we go. We need more weird questions.
Weird questions. Why was I don't know. I got nothing.
Oh, I got one. If
Yeah.
a train leaves London traveling at 70 miles an hour,
no.
and another train leaves Birmingham traveling at 50 miles an hour, at which point do people stop taking fucking trains?
They never should stop taking trains. They should
Actually, yeah, trains are.
Trains are. I think trains. North
They've lasted
America
for a reason.
Yeah, and for some reason, North America wanting to get away, especially the States wanting to have nothing to do with like their European, ancestry, decided to completely shun the idea of the train, and it's flourished in Europe, everywhere in the world. Trains,
Japan.
trains, everywhere. They're efficient, they're fast, they're clean, they're mass transportation.
They don't fall out of the sky.
They don't
kill
fall out of the
everybody.
sky. Every now and then you get a derailment, whatever. But I mean, there's been more plane crashes this year than there's ever been train crashes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the last 50. So like, I'm all for trains. I think it is a great way of transportation, having traveled on in many different parts of the world. And the fact that Canada doesn't have a sort of cross-country passenger train, they do, but
We do, but it's not a common means of travel for people.
no, there should be a high-speed train across this country.
Because you can fly for cheaper and get there way
I was just
faster.
going to say, it's like, it costs the same amount as a cruise if you want to take a train across Canada.
Right, I know.
It
I
does.
know, it's ridiculous.
Without the free bar.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
literally.
Even worse. Even worse.
Well, would you hop on if they build that bullet train between Edmonton and Calgary? Are you all for that? Would you ride on that thing going 600 kilometers an hour?
100%. I rode on one in Japan, in Korea that did 300, and it was amazing.
That's awesome.
It was amazing. You go from one side of the country to the other, and I mean, yeah, Korea's small, but you still cross what is like a 9-hour drive in 3 hours. Like, no brainer. And it doesn't even feel like you're moving. Like it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And the idea that we could travel to, anywhere at such a rate of speed would be, I don't understand why, it's the cost and all this kind of stuff, but better than having shit flying over our heads.
That's how I would gauge it, though. The train to Edmonton, I think it's a great idea, but how expensive would it be, right? Because I can take a bus. I can take a Red Arrow bus, which is a luxury bus. They give you free cookies and pop.
Yeah, that's about it, though.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's
and
the
splotchy
luxury.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But I can make that trip for like $30-40, right?
Yeah.
So,
True.
I mean, if this train is going to be like $150, that's more than it would cost in gas. More than it would cost, by bus.
Yeah,
So
that's the
is
thing.
it worth it? I guess it's worth it for business people.
Sure.
Meetings and stuff.
Sure. And I mean, yeah, making it affordable is definitely the biggest thing. You want to make it cheaper than driving and cheaper than flying. Right? Cheaper than the gas that would cost to get there.
Perhaps the answer is a monorail.
Monorail.
I put up monorails in
Monorail.
Olds, Didsbury, Carstairs, and they put them on the map. Did it now?
Oh, that's awesome.
Monorail.
Do you want to do those? Do you want to do our questions? Our
Test question.
our test questions. We've got some test questions.
Yeah, what we're doing, we've found some elementary school science tests. So this is like a grade 6 science test. And Corey's going to read out the questions, and whoever can get the answer first. I think there's 9 questions altogether on the test. We're going to see how many we can get of grade 6 science.
Grade 6 science.
Is it just whoever says it first?
Yeah, if you know the answer, yell it out. Whoever can go
Okay.
first. And Corey's going to read them off to us, and we're going to try to answer them.
I say,
Or-
I think we should do a ding, just so we're not talking over each other.
Right.
And if it's like incorrect,
Yeah.
just so we're not talking over each
Or
other. And Joe and I don't go to blows.
Or he could just ask each one of us as an individual the question. And then if that person can't answer it, the next person can. and ask us each question, because there's 9 questions, that'd be 3 each.
Right. Yeah, let's do that.
So you
And
pick,
then the best out of the 3.
so Corey can pick whoever, he can just go in order between Sean, Paul, and I.
Okay, Sean, name the part of a flower that is responsible for each of the following functions. The production of pollen.
Production of pollen. Is it a stamen?
One thing I should mention,
Joe, name the part
We-
of the flower that is responsible
we didn't bring up the answer sheet.
for production of fruit.
Which, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
Joe, name the part of the flower that is responsible for the production of fruit and seeds.
The part of the flower that's responsible for, well, I'm gonna say the it's not the the middle. I don't know.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, Paul.
Anyone else
Name the
know?
part of the flower that is responsible for. What is another name of the flowering plant?
What is the...
Yeah, kind of goofed. The name the part of the flower that is responsible for each of the following functions. What is another name of the flowering plant?
The question doesn't even make sense.
If I were to garner, I have a guess for that one.
Okay.
Go for it. What is
Go
it?
for it.
Another part of the flowering, fruiting plant is what you said?
The flowering plant. What
Yeah.
is another name of the flowering plant?
The only thing I can think of is a bud, like a bud.
That's exactly what I was
going
thinking
to say
too,
that too.
because that's what a bud kind of is.
Okay.
We're gonna assume you're right.
Sean, we don't know the answers. Name the part of the flower, Sean, that is responsible for each of the following functions. Why do flowering plants have petals?
I know the answer to this one.
Not Sean.
I know, but I do know the answer.
Go for it.
To attract insects to spread the pollen. I may be right.
That is definitely a reason.
But if you know the answers to these questions out there, make sure you put them in the comments below
Yeah,
and
please.
let us know how wrong or right we are. And you
Please.
just might win yourself a gift card as well. But you have to subscribe.
Name the part of the flower that is responsible for each of the following, Joe. Pollination is the first important step in seed formation. What is pollination?
That is spreading of spores for reproduction. Basically. It can be
Paul.
done through insects or through the wind.
No, I have no answer.
Name the part of the flower that is responsible for each of the following functions.
Yeah.
Name 3 things that plants need to stay healthy.
Oh, well, sunlight, water, and earth, like a solid root base,
I was going to say
Nutrients.
beer, weed, and Netflix.
right?
And that's what we need to stay healthy.
Yeah, that's
Okay, Sean. Name the part of the flower that is responsible for each of the following functions. State the function of the sepal.
State the function of the steeple?
Sepal.
Sepal.
S-E-P-A-L.
I don't even know what that word is. I'm going to...
Defer to these guys?
Sure. I can't even think. I thought you said steeple, so all I was thinking was like,
Yeah.
the whole hand trick.
What is the purpose of the sepal? My answer is to make me feel stupid.
No kidding.
Because I remind you again, this is a 6th grade elementary school science test. We are grown adults.
Yeah, but I'm not a gardener.
Neither are many 6-year-old
I'm gonna
kids.
skip Joe on this one. I'm going straight to Paul.
All right.
Explain how bees help in the pollination process.
Well, they come in and they get funky with they get a little freaky with the stamen, I believe, and they basically take some of that pollen onto their legs and their body, and then they travel and pollinate other organisms in and around the areas.
I would say that's a proper answer.
We
I
won't
would say
know
so.
till the comments tell us.
Well, that's, I mean,
Yeah,
they'll
if
just
you-
say, no, Paul, you're a bloody moron, and which isn't.
If you know the
inaccurate.
answers, or if you have your own answers to any of those questions, make sure you let us know. Well, I think is that pretty much gonna wrap it up for today?
Yeah, I feel dumber now than when,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
first started this.
every time I sit back and think, oh, I should do something with my life, I should go back to school and take a course, I'm gonna remember this day. and how I couldn't answer a single question on a 6th grade test. I think I might have got that last one. I would have got that last one. I know how bees work, but
I mean, I'm a gardener, and I didn't understand half those questions.
but yet there are a bunch of 6th graders out there that are probably not watching this podcast. But
Well, that's because we got them in the back writing the questions, so we'll have to basically give them a little bit of less food and more hours.
I think next time we'll let us know if you enjoyed that segment too in the podcast, if you don't mind, people.
Yeah.
And we can we'll continue it. Maybe give us your suggestions for other subjects, other grades that you'd like to see us perform, and any stupid questions you'd like us to ask our guests.
Next week it'll be grade 5.
Eventually, it's getting down to grade 1
Grade 1
comprehension.
fail. Just basic comprehension.
Just reverse Billy Madison.
Totally. Well,
Spell
yeah.
cat.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
Well, thank you so much for being a part of this, Sean. You can catch Sean. We'll add the links. You can follow him at Fitz Family Creatives. And what's your other one?
So Fitz Family Creatives is for the apparel line, and then Fitz Family Living is just our garden channel, following our projects throughout the summer of what we're doing. So that's on Instagram and on TikTok as well.
Beautiful.
And we'll have links for that down below.
Yes, we will. And you can follow us. Please like and subscribe. Hit the little ding ding so you know whenever we have more of this captivating entertainment.
And if you like the video, share the video.
That's right.
And if you didn't, well, hopefully you had a good time. But keep your mouth shut. Check us out. We'll have a new video soon. Once again, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Sean.
Sean, for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Much appreciated. We'll see you guys again.
Sounds
bet.
good. See y'all
Peace.
Bye, everybody.
later.
Subscribe to the channel. Give us a like. And please share the video. Don't be afraid to share this commercial with your friends, too.